Hey, it's Ricky Fix. Welcome back. Well, today's my lucky day, and I get to replace my brake line, my rusted brake line from the ABS module all the way back to the rear diff. A year ago, when I changed out the fuel pump, I saw this, how it was just completely rusted through, and it wasn't leaking or anything, but it looked pretty bad. So I did what any good home mechanic does, and I just sprayed it with some rubberized weatherproofing. Because I had to go down to Florida. I had some family stuff to do, and but my reservoir to my tank, my brake fluid tank is low, and I figured the thing's probably leaking, so it'd be a good time to change it out now. I got about a week or so before I go back to work. I actually bought a part from GM. It was four pieces of this brake line for the rear and the two fronts and the one that goes up to the master cylinder for $100. I priced out, buying the steel line and the bender and the flare thing and everything, and it was around the same price. But it's one of those things I'll probably just use once, so I just chose to buy it from GM. $100. That's, I'm good with that. So I bought that and some brake fluid. I'd already taken down my gas tank and the drive shaft, and I was going to film it, but I've already filmed it. So if you want to see how to do that, go to my fuel pump replacement video, and I'll show you how to do it there. So the point I'm at right now is I'm at the ABS module, and I took a pick, and I scraped around the fitting there, and I've been spraying it with some PB Blaster. The back fitting is above the frame, which you can see, and that's going to be a pain in the ass. So what I think I'm going to do is just take a hacksaw and cut the line and take a 6-point socket and see if I can pop those off. Hopefully I can, otherwise it's going to be a very long day. Steve Robb had sent me some blueprints on a patent pending Blake, I don't even know who Blake is, brake bleeding system that he has developed. It's called Steve Robb Sucks It, and it's pretty intricate. It's going to take me a while to put this thing together. So I'm just going to make a separate video on that, and I will use Steve Robb Sucks It to bleed out my brakes after I get this line in there. And you know how Steve is. He's a pretty smart guy, so I'm sure this is going to work. All right, so I'm starting in the back. I just cut the brake line right here. Okay, this is the fitting above the frame on the differential, and there's a clip here holding the fitting in that I'm trying to bang out. There's not too much room back here. Alright, there we go. Alright, now I'm going to attempt to just cut the line with a little hacksaw here. This might take some time. Alright, snapped right off. Alright, for some strange reason I got a feeling I'm going to be taking this whole bracket down. Well, I'm going to try it anyways. Oh, something turned. Holy shit, I got it out. God dang it. Okay, I have you sitting on top of the ABS sensor. I know why nobody films this, because these film angles are pretty weird. Alright, so where I'm at right now is I'm just going to take the little hacksaw again and cut the brake line off right here. Make sure that's the right one. Yep. Alright. Alright, there we go. One cut brake line. Alright, I might have messed this up. I couldn't get the nut off after I cut the pipe fast enough, and it drained it dry. So what I'm doing right now is just throwing my 15 mil in there, and I'm able to get it this way. And I got it loose. It took a while. It's almost off. I just can't grab it. There we go. One nut. One brake lined up. Okay, I'm at the driver's side rear wheel. I removed the plastic skirt around here. I'm popping the electrical off of the little plastic brackets in there. Kind of pull out the rear windshield wiper fluid. And then I disconnected the vent solenoid in there to pull this wire out because it goes below the wire. There's also a wire on the frame about in the middle of the truck that I have to go underneath as well. I think this is where I'm feeding the brake line through. So I'm just pulling the brake line, the old brake line through, and just cutting it and snipping it. All right, I straightened out the brake line here, and I'm just gonna run it through here. And go under there and see which way is the best way to maneuver this. Okay, so this is where I'm at right now. I got it snaked through on top, one above the cross member. You got to pull your wiring harness out of your fuel pump so you make room. And then back over here, you have to pull your wiring harness out of your ABS module to make room, and then you just snake it over or wrap it over the fuel lines. And I have it just right there. I'd like to bring you along, but there's absolutely no room to do this. Okay, we're back at the rear again. I got this hand tightened. Picked up a small little 15 millimeter from Harbor Freight. And I'm just slowly doing quarter turns. Does it fit in there? All right, that's pretty tight. I'm gonna wait to put that clip back on. Let's go to the front. Okay, I got the nut on by the ABS module. I had to loosen the one by the differential to get this one to fit, but I used that little shorty, and I was able to get up in here and tighten it all the way. So that worked out pretty well. You know, it wasn't that easy fishing this thing, let alone screwing these things in. So that was actually pretty difficult. Okay, so I'm going to be bleeding out my master cylinder. I picked up these little fittings from Napa. You have to buy 2 packages of the kit, and it's a standard kit. I just got some clear hose, and I'm putting it into the bucket. I'm not going to bench bleed it. I want to see if I can do it with it remaining on the truck. All right, I got the bottom of the ends and the old brake fluid.
Hour and a half.
Okay. Okay, now that I cleaned out the inside the master cylinder, now I'm gonna get the air out better. I put the tubes inside the reservoir, and now I'll just pump it till the air comes out. Okay, it's an exciting part of the job. I just put all new bleeder screws, valves, and all the calibers. Only one of them gave me a problem where I had to heat it up and get it up, but it wasn't that big of a deal. All right, so we're here at Steve Robb Sucks It vacuum brake bleeder. And it's a great machine. It's a great setup. I only have one problem with it, Steve. When I turn it on, as you can see, I have both of the valves open, but when I close one of them, Steve Robb Sucks It is so powerful that it sucks in the bucket, as you can see. So I'm going to have to regulate how much air is coming through there by putting my finger over this. Okay, so this Steve Robb Sucks It is a very powerful tool. Home Depot changed their buckets and they're making them thinner, so I had to grab a heavy-duty paint bucket. But it's working. As you can see, Steve Robb Sucks It brake bleeder is a powerful tool. It's caving in all the buckets I've used. Well, there you go. That was kind of difficult. I won't lie to you. These brake lines right here, these are pretty rusted out, and you know, it was well overdue. The Steve Robb Sucks It vacuum cleaner, patent pending, was a little difficult. It was nice to clean out the system. It did real well. So I called Steve up and I said, you know, it's sucking the bucket. And he goes, yeah, it's a very powerful tool. So he suggested that I go out and I buy one of these small little cups, you know, like you see in the little hand pump. And it worked great. And since it's the first one is already patent pending, he had to come up with a new name. So I guess this one's going to be called Steve Robb Sucks It 2 vacuum brake line bleeder. So good for him. Hopefully that works out for him. I know he's a pretty smart guy. What else went on with this thing? I only had one bleeder screw that gave me some problems. I put a little heat on it, and it eventually came out. Some of the electrical lines where you got to snake the new brake line through, just disconnect those. It makes it so much easier. And what else? I think that's about it. You know, this was like I said before, a pain in the ass, and it took me some time, you know, doing it on the garage floor. But it is what it is. All right. Well, thanks again for everybody for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and I will see you on the next round.